Yo, what's going on, everybody? It is Straight Outta Boston here, aka the King of Boston, and today we are back for episode number 5 of my New York Mets Dynasty series here on Out of the Park Baseball 19. So I apologize for the lack of videos over the past week. I have pretty much spent the past week moving into my new apartment for my new job, which is in a different part of the country than where I was living with my parents over the summer. So it was a bit of a long process, and even then it took me a couple extra days to get internet installed in my new apartment. So that explains the lack of videos, and even the videos I posted last week were recorded um, a little bit in advance. So anyway, we are now into the 2018 National League Division Series. If you missed the last episode, it was the end of the season and then the wild card game, which featured a stellar performance from Noah Syndergaard throwing on 3 days rest, and then we got 3 scoreless innings out of the bullpen between Jerry Blevins, Anthony Swarzak, and Jeurys Familia. So now we are moving on to take on the Dodgers, who were the best team in baseball this year. They won 112 games. It was them and Washington pretty much at the top of the league. In the AL, you had the usual suspects at the top: Houston, Boston, New York, and Cleveland, and then Minnesota took the second wild card spot. So let's take a look at this Los Angeles team. They finished with 112 wins. They were first in runs scored and first in runs against. Their run differential was plus 273, and their Pythagorean win-loss was 107 and 55. So legitimately historically great team. I think 112 wins is maybe the second most ever, only behind that Seattle team, maybe third most. I think maybe one of those Yankees teams might have won like 113 or something. I don't remember. But anyway, so taking a look at their team, they've got, of course, Clayton Kershaw leading the way in their rotation. He made 33 starts and had a spectacular year, led the league in strikeouts, had the lowest walks per 9, and led the league in pitching WAR. So another spectacular season for him, and he stayed healthy, which is the biggest thing for him nowadays. And he got, or the team got, I should say, pretty good, pretty good starting pitching from the rest of their guys too. Alex Wood, Kenta Maeda, and Rich Hill, all with solid years. Hill especially with a really good year, although it looks like he benefited from a pretty low opponent's BABIP, and his ratings are way down. So maybe we can take advantage of that. Maeda, 3-star pitcher, and Wood, a 3-star pitcher. Wood's got pretty good ratings, and his peripherals were pretty good. Maeda, I'm sure I'm pronouncing it wrong. He also had pretty solid peripherals too. So they got a pretty solid starting staff, and in the bullpen, Kenley Jansen, Kyle Barraclough. They are missing a bunch of guys though. Bellinger will be back. He's only day-to-day for one more day. They're missing Pedro Baez. They're missing Logan Forsythe. Chris Taylor, that's a pretty big loss for them, although he wasn't playing that well. Tony Cingrani, who was having a decent year for them, striking out a lot of guys at least. Good whip. So looks like they're a little bit undermanned, certainly more undermanned than we are. Scott Alexander had a pretty good year, and some other solid bullpen pieces. Ross Stripling had a good year. That's a pretty nice strikeout to walk ratio. 2 wins as a reliever. He did make 17 starts, but a good ERA. So they've got great pitching, and their offense probably even better, to be honest. We can take a look at their lineup. Turner, solid season out of him. Jock Peterson, also a solid season. Verdugo, in 45 games, came up at the end of the year and hit 372. He is always a stud in this game, at least offensively. His personality is not the best, but he can play a little bit of right field, and yeah, he consistently is towards the top of the league in batting average in this game, and that lends himself to being a pretty good offensive player. As you can see, slash 372, 405, 605. Bellinger, 50 home runs, slugged 570, and he was worth 5 wins as a first baseman. Corey Seager, he's another guy who's consistently at the top of the league leaders in batting average, although not this year, only 297 for him, but still a 5-win year, 830 OPS. And Yasmani Grandal, 23 home runs for him. He had a pretty solid season. Kike Hernandez had a good year for them, starting, or not starting, but playing in 72 games. And they've got Breivik Valera. Not so sure about him playing second base. I'm sure that's where they wish they had Forsythe or Chris Taylor. But all right, so let's get this started. Game 1 is today. I think, is DeGrom going to be ready to go? He's going to be. He could be on 3 days rest. So I think we will just wait. Syndergaard's not going to be ready till Game 3 anyway. So we're just going to go with I think we're going to go with Harvey in game 1, honestly. And game 4, I'm not sure if I'm going to go with Matz or Wheeler. It's got to be one of those two, probably Matz, based on the ratings. But I think we're going to go with Harvey in game 1. He had the best year for us. A little bit lucky with the BABIP, but you know, the peripherals were solid, and he pitched well. And of course, he's got a little bit of history pitching in game 1s before. He was the ace of the staff when the Mets made that World Series run in 2015. So, all right, let's get it going. Game 1 against Los Angeles. I don't think I have any changes to make to the postseason roster. I'm just going to assume that I don't. Um, let's look at my substitutions. I've got 4 guys on the bench. I could go with another outfielder, I suppose. In fact, let me go back, actually. But I think if I remember correctly, yeah, we're without Cespedes, so he's out for 6 more days. That would be 2, 3, 4, 5. So he would be available for game 5, potentially, if the series gets there. So I think I'm actually going to... I don't really have any other outfielders I want to put on the roster. Yeah, so I think I'm going to remove Cicchini and throw Cespedes on there. We'll activate him, and then we will place him on the postseason roster. Because if it gets to a game 5, I think it's worth, even if he doesn't play for the first 4 games. Of course, that game 5 will be winner take all, so if we can get him in the lineup, then I think it'll be worth keeping him on the roster. And all right, so we're gonna only have 3 bench guys. Actually, I think we need 4 bench guys, especially with playing in the NL, because we're gonna be pinch hitting for the pitcher. So the guy who I'm going to remove from the postseason roster, it's got to be either Rodon or Robles. I think it's going to be Robles just because I want to have the extra lefty in Rodon, and plus he can go multiple innings if he got into an extra inning situation or if the bullpen was really spent. So yeah, it's got to be Cicchini or Rivera. I think it's going to be Cicchini. We could throw David Wright on there just for the fun of it, but I'm not going to because I actually want to win. So all right, that's going to be our roster. Now let's get started. Game 1 at Los Angeles. Of course, this would be a pretty big upset if we were able to win this series. I certainly don't foresee it, but it's baseball. Anything can happen in the playoffs. So I don't even remember what the lineup we used for the wild card game was, but I know Amen Rosario was hitting either 8th or 7th or 8th. I think we're going to go with LeMahieu, then Betts, then Conforto, Darno, Cabrera, Dominic Smith. Maybe we'll even do Smith over Cabrera. All right, I think that's fine. It's not perfectly righty-lefty, but I don't really think it's, well, you know, Rosario's offensive ratings aren't that bad. But then I'm hitting Cabrera probably a little bit too far down because he was relatively productive for us this year. So OPS plus was above average, and he's got good offensive ratings. So I'm just going to concede batting the back-to-back righties right there and go with this lineup. And we're going to go with Harvey instead of Matz and get her underway. So here we go. Game number 1 of the division series, New York and Los Angeles battling it out here from Chavez Ravine. And they are throwing Kershaw in game 1, of course. We have Harvey, and this was the division series matchup in 2015 as well, the year the Mets did make the World Series. So it looks like Peterson hit a home run, and it's 1-0 Los Angeles. That was the only blip for Harvey that inning. See if he can settle in. 2 on with 1 out here. Valera and Kershaw up. He should be able to get out of this. Valera with a ground ball. That could be 2. And it looks like we did not turn it. Oh, we did. Okay. The play-by-play in this game is a little bit misleading. The actual player movement on the simulation is at least, and the live play-by-play is behind. So it's kind of hard to tell on some of those double play balls. But we do turn it. That was big. Now on to the top of the 3rd. And we got one right there. Let's see. Let's go to game log. And it was an RBI triple for DJ LeMahieu as he scored Juan Lagares, who reached on a fielder's choice. Rosario initially got aboard with the error, so probably an unearned run for Kershaw. But LeMahieu with a big triple, and we even the score at 1. Now Harvey dealing with 9-1-2 in the bottom of the 3rd. No trouble for him there. On to the top of the fourth. Nothing going there for us. Harvey now facing the meat of the order, 4, 5, 6. But he gets through that unscathed. He is at 68 pitches right now, pitching fairly well, only 3 strikeouts. But I think he's only given up the 1 walk. Kershaw only with 2 strikeouts through 4 innings. But it's 8-9-1 due up for us. Nothing going there. Harvey actually has 3 walks, so maybe not pitching as well as we think, but he's got 8-9-1 here, so hopefully he can get through this inning at least. And he does. So because he hasn't actually been pitching that well, I'm going to get someone up in the bullpen. I think I'll let him start the next inning, but he's got to deal with these lefties here. I think I might just give this to Jerry Blevins because it'll be third time through the order for Harvey, and I think he's been a little bit lucky so far based on the strikeout to walk numbers. So, all right, let's go top 6. We'll go until runners in scoring position, see if we can get a rally going. 2 on, 2 out for Ahmed Rosario. He's facing Kershaw, who's at 80 pitches right now. And Rosario with a base hit into right field. And that is going to get a run home for the New York Mets. So we take a 2-1 lead here in game number 1. An RBI single for Ahmed Rosario. And it looked like, I'm not sure who scored right there, but either way, we take the lead. Now Juan Lagares facing the lefty. He grounds one to the shortstop Seager. He will go to second, and that will retire the side. But we still lead 2-1. And now we are going to maybe double switch here, because if Blevins gets these guys 1, 2, 3, I probably am going to want him to face Seager as well. So if we were to double switch, I'm not sure who we would take out, though, is the thing, because I don't want to take out Lagares. We don't have any other outfielders. We could take out, well, Smith and Cabrera are both hitting the ball pretty well. And I don't want to take out Rosario, so all right, I'm just going to go to Blevins, and if he gets the guys in order, then he'll come out anyway. But this is going to be his only inning, no matter what, because we are going to pinch it for him to start the next inning. But hopefully he gets these guys. I don't know why I'm going batter by batter. Just go to runners in scoring position, and he gets through that inning. 1, 2, 3. So now we will get someone else up. We're going to get, it's going to be the 7th inning. I think we'll get maybe AJ Ramos going. I still want to go Swarzak and then Familia in the 8th and 9th. Maybe we'll get Betances going, actually. And we got a pinch hit, so we're going to go with, I assume Kershaw's still in. Yeah, so we'll go with Wilmer Flores to lead off the top half of the 7th. And it looks like we've got Flores on second base with 1 man out. Mookie Betts at the dish. And they take out Kershaw. It's Scott Alexander into the game. That's going to be a ground out to the third baseman, so 2 down. And now Conforto up facing the left-handed Alexander. He strikes out swinging. So Alexander out of the jam. Remains 2-1. Looks like we're going to have to rely on a pretty good performance from our bullpen to try and win this game. Betances on to face 5, 6, 7 in this Dodgers lineup. And they scored a run there. Looked like an RBI triple for Enrique Hernandez. And now he is aboard with 1 out. I'm going to trust Betances to strike this guy out, Valera, because I don't want to walk him. This is dangerous, though. I should have played the infield in at the very least. But, ooh, that ground out to the first baseman holds the runner at third. So 2 down for the pinch hitter, Matt Kemp. 2-2 count to him. That's a fly ball to right, falling fast, but Betts is over, and he makes the play. So that will retire the side. The Dodgers do tie the score, however, at 2 apiece. Betances at 23 pitches, so that's going to do it for him, I think. Get Swarzak up. He'll come in next inning. Top 8, and we do not get anything going there. Now it is Swarzak who will come on and try to hold this game at 2 runs apiece, facing the top of this lineup. And now there is a runner on second with 1 man out. It is Turner on second. Verdugo is the batter. I'm going to get Familia warming up now. Swarzak to face Verdugo. The count is 3-1. That ball is hit pretty well to left field, but Conforto is there. And that will be out number 2. Runner tags. But 2 men down now for Cody Bellinger. I'm going to be careful with Bellinger and pitch around him. The 2-2 count. Strike 3 looking. A huge strikeout for Anthony Swarzak. And he keeps this game knotted at 2 as we head to the 9th. Jansen looks like he's back out there for his second inning of work. Familia, I can't put him in just yet. So I'm going to actually sit him because I don't want him to tire while he's warming up. I can't put him in because it'll insert his spot into the batting order, and I'm obviously going to pinch hit for Swarzak when he comes up this inning. So Rosario leading things off. That's a base hit for Ahmed Rosario, who is really starting to swing the bat well, at least through a couple postseason games. Now Lagares' turn to face Jansen. Going to let him hit here, not going to go for the bunt or anything. He strikes out swinging. Now we are going to go to a pinch hitter. And it is going to be, I think we're going to go with Todd Frazier. We could go with Plowecki, but we'll go with Frazier for now. 1-1 count to him. That ball is flown to shallow center. And I think that's going to be Peterson over to make the play. Or Hernandez, actually. So out number 2. Now LeMahieu, the last chance with 2 outs. That is hit into center. That's going to get down for a base hit. Rosario remains at, or he will stay at second, but we get him into scoring position now with 2 men out for Mookie Betts. A chance to give us the lead here with a little base knock. That ball hit well to left field. It is back, but it is going to be caught by Jock Peterson. Betts hit the ball hard, but does not get anything to show for it. And that will send this game to the bottom of the 9th. And Familia, he's only warming up, but that's fine. So we are tied at 2 heading into the bottom of the 9th. Seager leading things off for the Dodgers. Familia is the new pitcher into the game for the Mets. And he walks Seager to start this inning off. So a leadoff base runner for the Mets. It is Grandal up next. That's a ground ball. Could be 2. And it will be an easy 4-6-3 double play for the Mets. So now 2 down for Kike Hernandez. And that is going to be a ground ball. Familia grabs it. Throw to first in time. A clean inning for Familia. And this game is headed to extra innings. So have to be pretty satisfied with how this game has played out for us so far. We got a couple runs off Kershaw, and now it is a battle of the bullpens. If we get a win against Kershaw, definitely a bonus, because when you go up against a guy like that in a series, you kind of got to plan on winning the games that he doesn't pitch in. So, all right, it's going to be 3-4-5 for us. We're going to go until runners in scoring position. Nothing going there. Familia. He only threw 12 pitches, so he's going to get another inning of work here. But I will have someone warming just in case. We'll get, I think we got to go with Ramos if Familia can't do anything here. I'm also interested to see what Wheeler could do in a reliever role. So we might go to him if this game goes deep enough. All right, 8-9-1. Familia shouldn't have trouble here, and he doesn't. He is at 29 pitches. So that will be it for him, and his spot could come up in the lineup here. Top 11, Kyle Bearclaw. I think it's Bearclaw. I'm not sure, though. The spelling makes me think it's Bearclaw, actually. He hits the batter Cabrera, so that's going to be a leadoff base runner for the Mets. Rosario is the next man up. He strikes out looking. 1 down for Juan Lagares. He's behind in the count 1-2. He strikes out swinging. So now it is going to be up to, we're going to go with Kevin Plowecki. This is a little bit risky. We're not going to have any catchers on the bench, but that's okay. He's ahead in the count 3-0. Hopefully he's taking, and he is. So ball 4, the go-ahead run, I should say, into scoring position for DJ LeMahieu. 2-2 count. That is strike 3 looking. Bearclaw striking out the side, I believe, to get out of the jam there. So now we're going to have to go with Ramos for the bottom of the 12th, or bottom of the 11th, I should say. He's facing 2-3-4 here. Wonder if maybe I should have considered going to Rodon here. Ooh, but Ramos with an easy inning there, 1-2-3, only 11 pitches, so we can keep him in. On to the top of the 12th. And we score a pair of runs. Looked like a 2-run home run for Dominic Smith. Let's take a look. And yes, it was Dominic Smith who scored Conforto on that play as well after he reached on a walk. So a 4-2 lead now with 2 outs in the inning. Nothing more there for us, but we've got the 2-run lead. We got Ramos. I'm going to warm up Rodon and Wheeler. Actually, I'm going to go with DeGrom because I don't want to burn both of my multi-inning relievers here. And if I guarantee you, even if Rodon only throws like 5 pitches, he won't be available tomorrow because that's just how this game works with these sort of long reliever types. So, all right, it is 5, 6, 7. Due up for the Dodgers. Leadoff man is Seager. He strikes out swinging. That's a big out. Probably the biggest threat of the inning there was Seager. Although even if he homered, still would have had the lead. But the fact that he doesn't get on base, that's a win for us. Grandal now, flying 1 to left center field, should be playable. And Conforto gets there for out number 2. Now it's 2 down for Kike Hernandez. He's behind in the count 1-2. Strike 3 swinging, and the Mets take game 1. A huge win for the New York Mets, winning game 1 on the road against Kershaw. And that is exciting. That bodes well for our chances at winning this series. So a huge game 1 victory for the Mets. So now our attention turns to game number 2, where we are going to be able to throw DeGrom. Another reason why that was a huge win is because it wasn't a DeGrom or a Syndergaard start. DeGrom can pitch games 2 and 5, and Syndergaard can go game 3. So we only have to win 2 of those 3 starts now to potentially win this series. So that is huge. Winning the Harvey start, a big deal for us. And I think I managed that pretty well, taking him out when I did. Obviously the bullpen gave us, 7 shutout innings that game? So the bullpen is a huge reason why we have won our first 2 postseason games. They've combined between the 2 games. I guess Betances gave up a run, so they've combined to throw 10 innings of 1-run ball in these 2 games. So that is huge for us so far. But here we go, game number 2. I think the Dodgers are going to throw Alex Wood, and we are going to be able to throw Jacob deGrom. And it is going to be Wood versus deGrom. We'll do the same lineup. A little bit superstitious when it comes to the lineup. But I don't think there's really any reason to change it anyway. I guess we could theoretically drop Betts because he's 0 for 11 in the postseason. But, I mean, it's Mookie Betts. So I'm not too worried. Although he is always a little bit underrated in this game. But he's still got that 70 count. There's no reason he shouldn't start hitting the ball. So Conforto, 3rd. Darno, 4th. Smith and Cabrera. And, all right, deGrom on the mound. Looks like the Dodgers going with the same lineup as game number 1. So here we go, game 2. Wood starting it off. deGrom gives up a leadoff double to Jacob Turner. So it's Peterson up. Peterson with a ground ball to the right side. That'll get the runner over, but it'll be out number 1. So 1 man down for Alex Verdugo. He strikes out, a rare strikeout for Alex Verdugo. Big strikeout there for deGrom. 2 down for Cody Bellinger. And he strikes Bellinger out. So big inning there for deGrom. Pair of strikeouts gets him out of the jam. Now we head to the 2nd inning. Nothing going there for us. Dodgers got 2 on with 2 outs here for Alex Wood, the pitcher. And that is going to be a soft ground ball. Rosario stabs it. Throw to 2nd in time. And that will retire the side. So deGrom allowing runners into scoring position in both innings so far, but no runs across for the Dodgers yet. Now he's got to deal with the top of the lineup for the 2nd time through. No issues there for deGrom. On to the 4th inning we go. Still nothing going for us. 5, 6, 7 due up for LA. Looks like a leadoff double for Corey Seager. 1-2 count for Grandal. That is going to be caught by Smith, a hard liner. But Smith makes a nice play over there at first base. Now 1 man out for Hernandez. He strikes out looking. 2 down for Valera. 2-1 count. That is hit well towards center field. That's going to get down. And that should get the first run of the game home for the Dodgers. Brivik Valera. And this is the thing. The Dodgers are talented enough. If guys like Brivik Valera are going to be beating us, then that is not a good sign. But that's okay. deGrom has dealt with the rest of the lineup pretty well so far. It's only 1 run. He should be able to get out of it facing Wood here. And he does with a little ground out, a fielder's choice, that is, to the shortstop. So on to the 5th we go. Dodgers grab a 1-0 lead. We've got 7, 8, 9 due up here for us. And we do get a run home. Let's see how that happened. A double for Lagares and then an RBI single for Jacob deGrom. Wow, so deGrom helping himself out before LeMahieu grounded into the double play. So if you guys are wondering, I'm going until runners in scoring position whenever the Dodgers are up, but I'm just doing half innings whenever we're hitting so as to speed up the game. The reason I'm doing runners in scoring position is because I've noticed in this game, like your starters can kind of let the game get away from them pretty quickly. I'd say quicker than in previous years' games. So even from like the first inning on, I'm just going until runners in scoring position. And also, after seeing the way that teams managed in the postseason last year, I kind of agree with the idea that if your starter doesn't have it, you shouldn't really try to wait around, let him settle in. Like just go right to the bullpen, even if it's the first or second inning, because I think that will increase the chances of winning rather than even a guy like DeGrom if he really doesn't have it. I mean, look at what the Yankees did with Severino in the wild card game last year. They took him out in the first inning, I believe, and they won that game. So, and that was after he gave up like 3 runs, I think. So, anyway, um, back to the game. 5th inning for DeGrom. He's at 81 pitches. Not going to get anyone up just yet, but he is tiring. And he does give up a run there. Looked like a home run for Jock Peterson. Or perhaps it was a sac fly, but either way. 1 out. It's got to deal with 3, 4, 5 here. Yeah, running into a little bit more trouble. 2 outs, but a runner on second and a 3-1 count to Seager. And DeGrom's at 103 pitches, so we got to get him out of here pretty soon. I think. Wow, Ramos threw 2 innings last time. He says he's ready to go for tonight, so I'm going to get him up. He was impressive in last night's game. But we're going to let DeGrom face Seager here. 3-2 count. I should have pitched around him. But that's our nice play by Rosario going to his right. And he makes the backhanded play throw to first in time. So DeGrom, I think his day is going to be done. 5 innings, 2 runs. Not quite what we wanted out of him, but we're only down by 1. Kept us in the game at the very least. So let's go to runners in scoring position for us. Nothing there. We'll go to Ramos. We're only going to ask 1 inning out of Ramos anyway, so I don't mind that he's due up 4th next inning. And he's running into a little bit of trouble here. Runner on second with 1 out for Valera, who's already got 1 RBI today. And that's going to be a ground out to the shortstop. Rosario, clean throw in time. 2 down for the pitcher spot. And it looks like Wood is going to hit for himself. He strikes out. So Ramos out of the inning unscathed. Scathed? Don't know. Now 6, 7, 8 due up for us. We are going to get someone up in the bullpen. I think we'll go Betances next. I know he's a little bit tired, but hopefully he can still give us an inning at least. Cabrera leading things off. He is going to pop that one up to the shortstop. Seager makes the play, 1 down. Now it is going to be Rosario up next, facing the new pitcher Scott Alexander coming into the game. Interesting that they brought a lefty in. It's Rosario with another base hit, so he is really hitting the ball well. These first few games of the playoffs, that was a pretty soft liner, but still. He gets aboard. I'm going to do a hit and run here. Pretty rare that I call a play like this, but I think this is a good combo to do it with, and it works out. That is going to get Rosario to third base with 1 out in the inning on a base hit by Juan Lagares. That came on a 0-2 count as well. I would definitely not recommend calling a hit and run on a 0-2 count, but it didn't give me a choice there. Just called it whenever the play was going to happen, I guess. So, anyway. We are going to go with a pinch hitter, of course, and it doesn't really matter because we only have righties on the bench, but we'll go with I don't know who to go with in this situation, honestly. I think we'll go with Frazier. I think I trust him a little bit more at this point. Although Flores definitely they had pretty similar offensive seasons. I guess Flores was a tad better. All right, so Frazier now facing the lefty Alexander. Full count. He strikes out swinging. So 2 down for DJ LeMahieu. He's behind in the count 0-2, and he strikes out. So some big strikeouts there for Scott Alexander, and that stinks to not be able to score there. So still down by a run. We'll put Betances into the game. Hopefully he can keep this a 1-run ball game. He's got to face the top of the order, though. This definitely should have been a Blevins inning. That's okay. We'll see how Betances does. I'll go batter by batter just in case. Well, at least see if he gets the first guy. He gets Turner. Peterson now. 1-0 count to him. That's a fly ball. Should be playable for Lagares. And he does make the play. 2 down. Now it is Verdugo up. He's got a full count. That's ball 4. Let's get someone warming. We'll get Swarzak up. Chances are he had 14 pitches. This probably will be his last batter no matter what. That's a ground ball, first base. Smith makes the play. And that is out number 3. So we head to the 8th, still down by a run. But we've got 2, 3, 4 due up in our lineup. So let's see if we can mount a rally here. It's Bearclaw coming on for the 8th inning, and Bet strikes out on a 2-2 pitch outside of the zone. 1 down for Conforto. That is strike 3. 2 down for now Darno. That is a pop-up. Should be an easy out. And look at Seager coming on to make that play. Surprised that wasn't Grandal's ball, but 1-2-3 inning for Bearclaw. So we send it to the bottom of the 8th now. Still down by a run, and we're going to have to deal with Jansen in the 9th. Let's get Swarzak into this game. We'll go until runners in scoring position. Nothing there. So now 5, 6, 7. It looks like it's going to be Liberatore actually instead of Jansen. I guess they burned Jansen last night. So that could bode well for our rally chances, although it's a lefty-on-lefty matchup right here. Smith flying one to shallow right center field. That's going to be caught by Hernandez for out number 1. Now as Dribble Cabrera up, he's got a 2-2 count. Ground ball. Stabbed by Seager. His throw in time. 2 down. Now our last chance is Ahmed Rosario. And he gets hit on the pitch right there, so he reaches. Now it is man on. I think we're just going to go with the straight steal here. See if we can't get Rosario into scoring position, and he is safe. So Lagares takes strike 1, but wow, why is Lagares in left field? I didn't realize our outfield alignment is screwed up. I don't think it was like that last game, but anyway, I'm tempted to pinch hit here. I can't though. I don't have any other outfielders. I don't think I can put Flores in. Yeah, I definitely can't. And Cicchini cannot play any outfield positions. I don't think anyone in our infield can, unfortunately. So we are kind of screwed in that regard. All right, so we're going to just have to let Lagares hit for himself here. And that is going to be a ground ball to the first baseman. Bellinger makes the play. That's out number 3, and the ball game is over. So the Dodgers take game 2, and we are headed back to New York with the series tied at 1 apiece. But I think we'll take the split there. Winning game 1 was a big win for us. We've got a Syndergaard start now coming up. He's going to be fully rested and ready to go. He'll actually have an extra day of rest. So hopefully he can give us a big performance here and put us back ahead in this series. Game number 3, it is going to be Syndergaard versus Maeda. Yep. And yeah, our outfield alignment. I guess against righties, our outfield alignment gets screwed up. I don't know why. But we are going to fix that, of course. First, let's do the lineup. LeMahieu leading off. Whoops. Get Rosario back in there. Move Betts up. Swap these two. Betts still with only 1 hit now. He went 1 for 4 last night. Did score a run, though. And we'll put Darno in the cleanup spot, although he is struggling as well. Still hitting for good power, though. And then Smith, Cabrera, Rosario, Lagares. And we'll get Lagares in center, Betts in right, and Conforto in left. That is the alignment I want. That gives us a pretty elite outfield defense, at least 70 rate all around. And outfield defense far more important than infield defense in my opinion, because you're taking away extra base hits as opposed to what most of the time amount to singles. Although sometimes infielders can take away like balls down the line or shots up the gap. But still, I think the outfield defense is far more important. So all right, Syndergaard versus Maeda. And I think we have to win. I'm not gonna say we have to win this game to win this series, but I think this is a pretty important game for us. I think if we don't win this one, then I think our odds of winning the series become a long shot, because we're gonna have to win Steven Matt starts and then another game against Kershaw. So it's gonna be tough. But all right, here we go. Game number 3 from New York, and Peterson to third base with 1 out here. Syndergaard induces a fly ball to center. Is this going to score the run? I think it will. Lagares' throw. Oh, he got him! Juan Lagares with a huge throw. And wow, that will keep the game scoreless as we head to the bottom of the first. That was a cannon from Juan Lagares. A huge throw. Now on to the second. Another runner in scoring position for the Dodgers with 1 out. Actually, now with 2 outs. Hernandez, he flies one to left. Conforto is going to get it, and that will be out number 3. So on to the bottom of the second we go. Whoops, didn't mean to hit that. Smith with a strikeout. We'll just go half inning. Nothing there for us. Syndergaard, a little bit of a rocky start. Let's see if he settles in here against the bottom of the lineup. Looks like he did. Now on to the bottom of the third. Still scoreless. 2, 3, 4. This lefty, this gauntlet of lefties here, due up for the Dodgers. Facing Syndergaard for the second time. Leadoff double for Peterson. Now Verdugo with a ground ball. That's going to get through, actually a liner, I should say. The runner will hold at third, but first and third with no outs for Cody Bellinger. He's got a full count. He strikes out swinging. Big out number 1 there for Noah Syndergaard. Now it is Corey Seager's turn with 1 out in the inning. That's a fly ball. Lagares makes the player. They're going to test him. Looks like they will. He had to dive on that one, so he will not be able to make the play. Dodgers get the first run of the game. Now 2 down for Yasmani Grandal. Runner going, throw down. Looks like he's safe. So still on base for Verdugo. Man in scoring position for Grandal. He hits one to right. That's falling fast, and it gets down. Betts, he will throw to home, but it will not be in time. An RBI base knock for Grandal. And that is a base hit with 2 outs and runners in scoring position for the, I think that might be the Dodgers' first all series, to be honest. I don't remember them scoring in that situation before. Now Hernandez flies one deep right center, but Lagares is going to get there. So 3 down, and that will retire the side, but a pair of runs come across for the Dodgers. So now we've got some ground to make up. And we get one back right there, a home run for Conforto, it looks like. Let's confirm that. Yes, it was a solo home run for Michael Conforto. So it's 2-1. We get one back at least that inning. Syndergaard only at 72 pitches. We've got at least one more inning out of him, probably 2. So he got 8, 9, 1 in order right there. On to the bottom of the 5th. Let's just see how many pitches he's at. I think we're going to leave him in for another inning at least, even if a spot comes up in the lineup here. But we'll go batter by batter. If it's a high leverage spot, maybe we'll consider pinch hitting. That's going to be a base knock for Cabrera to lead things off. Now Rosario. He hits one down the right field line. That's going to get down for a base hit. Cabrera will stop at second. But that is going to put 2 on with no one out here for Juan Lagares, who's behind in the count 1-2. That is a soft ground ball. They will not turn 2. So this is a pretty big spot here. Do we consider... I am going to be ballsy here. I'm calling for the squeeze play. Let's do it. We're calling for the squeeze. This is ballsy. And I think he got it down, and it looks like it worked. And Syndergaard is safe. Cabrera was safe. Everyone is safe. That was a great play. Unbelievable. Nice bunt by Syndergaard right in no man's land there, kind of down that third base line. And Maeda tried to go home with it, even though Rosario was very safe. It was a suicide squeeze, not the safety squeeze, so I don't know why he tried going home with it. But big props to Syndergaard for getting the bunt down there, and still only 1 out in the inning. Now LeMahieu just has to avoid the double play ball here. Try to get one up in the air. Ooh, that's a ground ball. Could be 2. LeMahieu is out at first base. So that was a bad at-bat from LeMahieu right there. That's okay, though. So score is tied up at 2 at least. Let's get Blevins up in case Syndergaard runs into trouble against these lefties. We'll go until runners in scoring position. And it looks like a 2-out home run for Cody Bellinger. I believe that was. Yep, a solo homer for Bellinger. Now Seager with a 3-1 count. That's ball 4. Syndergaard's up to 99 pitches. I think this is going to be his last inning no matter what. Runner going, throw down. I think we got him, didn't we? Yes, we did. So a big play by d'Arnaud there. Gets us out of the inning. But the Dodgers retake the lead. So this is a back-and-forth affair so far. Now, do we go with Betances or Ramos next inning? I think we'll go Betances for the 7th. It is Mookie Betts up next. And he is leading things off here in the bottom of the 6th. Nothing going there for us, unfortunately. So we turn the game over to Betances. Betances gives up a run. Looks like a leadoff home run for Yasmani Grandal. So a 4-2 Dodgers now, and we have 9 outs left to try and score 2 runs to... Oh, what? I left Syndergaard in there. That is not what I meant to do. I didn't even realize. Ugh, I hate when that happens. A lot of the time I will have a guy warming up and then I'll, have him here and then I'll drag him. I'll try to drag him here, but I actually drag him like here. And, yeah, it just screws up, unfortunately. So that was a big cost. We got Swarzak going, though, for the 8th. Let's see if we get anything going with 5, 6, 7. We got a leadoff double from Dominic Smith. So a man on for Cabrera. That is going to be hit into center field. Smith will hold at third. He is not the fleetest of foot, so he stays there. Rosario now with 2 on and no one out. Still facing Maeda, who they're leaving in the game. Infield in there. Surprised to see that. I can't believe the middle infield at least wasn't just in double play depth. That is a really dumb decision by the Dodgers right there. I think that could have been a double play if they had been playing at double play depth, but... Base hit for Rosario. Now it's a 1-run game, 2-1 with no one out for Juan Lagares. And he's going to be facing still Maeda. And Lagares hits it deep to left. And gone. A 3-run home run from maybe the most unpredictable source right there. Juan Lagares puts us ahead 6-4. Wow, did not expect that. All right, so we'll go with, we'll go with Flores. And we've still got Swarzak warming up. Still no outs. Unbelievable. Now we've got Betts on third base. Looks like a little 2-out triple from Mookie Betts with Conforto up next. He takes ball 4, so 2 on for d'Arnaud facing Daniel Hudson. d'Arnaud with a ground ball into right field for a base hit. Make it 7-4 Mets. We are going to hold Conforto at second. Verdugo's got a pretty good arm. Now Smith up next. And he hits 1 to center field. Hernandez makes the play. So that is the 3rd out. But 5 runs across for the Mets, and we take a 7-4 lead. Now Swarzak coming on. And he is dealing with the top of the lineup right here. We should actually get Blevins up. I think we're going to go Swarzak and then maybe even just let Blevins face the next man. It depends if this guy gets on or not. It's Turner. Turner, deep left. That is going to get out of here. A solo home run to lead things off for Justin Turner. Not a good start for Swarzak. We'll let him face... Well, let's actually just go to a mound visit. And... he's not happy about it. All right, we'll give him one more batter. Full count. That's a slow roller. Oh, come on. He's really going to beat that. Oh, my goodness. All right, now you're definitely getting taken out somewhere for effing up that play. Jesus. All right, tying run to the plate in the form of Verdugo. This is getting risky. And that ball hit to left. Conforto moving in a little bit. He makes the play. So that's out number 1. Now Bellinger up. 2-1 count for him. That's hit. Could be 2. And it is a 5-4-3 double play. Gets us out of the inning. 1-1 across for the Dodgers, but we maintain a 2-run lead. And I think depending on what the situation is, when Blevins' spot comes up in the lineup, I think I might leave him in to face Seager. But we will see. It is going to be Scott Alexander on the mound facing Cabrera, who will lead things off. He strikes out. Rosario now with 2 strikes. He goes down. So it's going to be Lagares up with 2 outs. Homer in his last at-bat. That is going to be a base hit. But I think because it's still a pretty low leverage at-bat, I'm going to leave Blevins in. And he strikes out. So I want Blevins to face the lefty Seager. I think that was a worthwhile choice because that was a really low leverage at-bat. Even if I had pinch hit with Frazier and he had gotten a base hit, still would have been 2 outs for the next batter, LeMahieu. So Seager, he strikes out swinging. Now we're going to go to Familia with the right-handed. Actually, let's see. This Grandal. He hits righties better than lefties. So I'm actually going to leave Blevins in. One more batter. See how he does. Although Blevin's splits against lefties are probably not that good, so I'm not sure if that was a wise choice. And it's a base hit. So yeah, definitely should have just gone to Familia there. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate for Hernandez. But Hernandez doesn't have a ton of power. 45 power, and then it's Valera and Alexander. 2 strikes on Hernandez as Familia enters the ball game. That's a ground ball. Could be 2. And another double play sends the Mets home victorious. We win Game 3, and we are 1 game away from pulling off the upset. A great win, a come-from-behind win. You can see our win probability was probably somewhere between 15 and 20% before that 5-run 7th, and we came away victorious. So Juan Lagares, the hero of that game with that 3-run homer, that proved to be the difference in the ball game. So here we go, game number 4, a chance to win it with Steven Matz going to be on the mound for us. And if not, we've got DeGrom waiting for game number 5. But yes, Matz will take the mound. Could go with Harvey on a 3 days rest, but I think we'll just go with Matz. I don't have any hesitation about that decision. And we'll do the same lineup. Betts in right, Lagares in center, and Conforto in left. Conforto hitting 4th, or Conforto hitting 3rd actually. Whoops, messing up here. Conforto 3rd, Darno 4th, Cabrera, and we'll swap these 2. Top of the line, I'm not really doing much this series, but let's move. I'm going to swap these 2 actually. I'm going to hit Rosario leadoff and move LeMahieu down to 7th, because LeMahieu's ratings aren't that good anyway. So his struggles maybe aren't totally unforeseen. And Rosario, although he doesn't walk a lot, he's got that good eye, and he's been hitting the ball pretty well in 17 postseason at-bats so far. So, all right, game number 4, a chance to win the series, that is, for the Mets. It's going to be Mets. And who are they throwing? Are they throwing Kershaw on 3 days rest? No, they're going to Rich Hill. So, all right, even though we've got DeGrom waiting in Game 5, they have Kershaw waiting in Game 5. So that's going to be a tough game for us to win. And Rich Hill, his ratings have fallen off a little bit. I think this could be. It's a pretty even pitching matchup. I think. I mean, Kershaw slight edge over Syndergaard. Matz maybe slight edge over Hill. So, but I think both matchups are relatively even. So, I think both games are going to be interesting if it gets to Game 5. But we'll see. So here we go. Top of the first, nothing going there for the Dodgers. Nothing going there for us either. To the second we go. Man on 3rd with no one out here for Matz. It's going to be Seager up next. He flies one a mile high right to the left side of home plate. I think it's going to be, wow, this ball's taking forever to come down. Holy smokes. That was crazy. Anyway, 1 down for Grandal. Let's pitch around Grandal. 2 strikes. Got the strikeout. A huge strikeout for Steven Matz. So when you pitch around guys like that, it increases the chances of a walk or a strikeout. So in that situation with a man on 3rd, 1 out, and a righty, I guess the right-hander Hernandez, I was thinking we still had a righty on the mound, but still I think, it worked out. So hard to say that was the wrong call there. Hernandez now with 2 outs, flies one to center. And it looks like Lagares should be able to get that one. So Matz gets out of the jam there, works around a leadoff triple. And we head to the bottom of the second, still tied at 0. Now to the 3rd we go. Bottom of the lineup, 2 for the Dodgers. Nothing there. 9-1-2 for us. Nothing there. Now Matz has the lefties. 2, 3, 4, 5 coming up. No problems for him. He's pitching a good game so far. You got those guys 1, 2, 3. Nothing going for us either, though. This has been a low-scoring series so far. Matz is cruising, though. 45 pitches through 4 innings, 5 Ks, 1 walk, and only 1 hit. And he is really dealing. 5 scoreless for him so far. Bottom of the lineup, nothing going for us. 8-9-1 due up now. Matt's still only at 58 pitches. No problems for him there. He is dealing here tonight. 9 strikeouts through 6 innings. 78 pitches. He's got 3, 4, 5 due up next. I think I trust him to get through that part of the lineup one more time based on how he's pitching, but we're definitely going to be careful. Let's go to runners in scoring position for us. And a solo home run for Dominic Smith gives us the lead off of the lefty. Smith hitting a home run off a lefty. That is huge. So we take a 1-run lead. And now it's 2-0, an RBI double for DJ LeMahieu, who I guess did not take kindly to being moved down in the lineup. He answers with an RBI double that's scored as Dribble Cabrera makes it 2-0 Mets. And now Lagares with 1 on and 1 out. Lagares flying one to right. I think that is going to be playable for the right fielder Verdugo there. So now the question is, we've got Blevins waiting to face these guys. We could pinch hit Matz. This is a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. LeMahieu not fast, so I'm not sure a base hit is going to score him necessarily anyway. And they've got Bear Claw up. I think we're going to let Matz hit. And he strikes out. So what we could have done is pinch hit there and then gone to Blevins next inning. But I think I want to give Matz a chance to face these guys, although that's a leadoff base hit for Verdugo. So a man aboard here with no one out. Now Bellinger up next. That could be 2. 2nd and 1 on a first. In time, a 4-6-3 double play. A big double play ball there. Now 2 outs for Corey Seager. That's a ground ball. LeMahieu makes the play. And that is an easy inning for Matz there. 7 scoreless for the young lefty. He is pitching the biggest and best game of his life right now. Although, I don't know, maybe he pitched in a bigger game in the 2015 season. I don't even remember if he was a part of that postseason rotation or not. Just out of curiosity. He did make a few starts that year, but did he pitch in the postseason is the question. I don't even care. Whatever. So, all right. Now, he's still only at 88 pitches, so he could give us one more inning. And I think we're going to let him start the next inning at least. And we get the first 2 guys aboard here against Daniel Hudson in the 7th, so a chance to add on more. Conforto into right field for a base hit. Runner coming around. Verdugo's throw is cut off, and that makes it 3-0 Mets. And still runners in first and second with no one out for Travis d'Arnaud. That ball hit well to right. Think it's going to stay in the yard, though, as it is Verdugo making the play. Runner will tag. So we do get the man to third base with only 1 out. But a double play ball could get the new pitcher Paredes out of the inning. It's Smith up. Looks like the infield is in. That is hit a well to right field and gone. A 3-run home run for Dominic Smith off of another lefty. His 2nd home run of the game, and it's 6-0 Mets. Unbelievable, folks. And now we can start counting the outs. 6 more outs to the championship series for the New York Mets. Has this, wow, that swing really turned this game on its head as the floodgates have started to open. Still only 1 out in the inning. And 2 men on for Lagares. Ground ball. And that is going to be, yes, that is a double play ball. I'm surprised he didn't just touch third right there, but whatever. So that retires the side. Matt, he's going to get 1 more inning. And then we're going to get Familia. You know what? I'm not going to over-expend Familia because it's a 6-run game. So we'll get Swarzak and Blevins up. Plus, whoever comes in is going to lead off the next inning, and I'm going to want to pinch hit for him. And I don't really want to double switch if I don't have to. So that is going to be out number 1. Now Hernandez. That's hit to right. Betts is going to let that drop in front of him. So 1 out base hit. We can just go, well, let's go batter by batter. 2 strikes for Valera. He goes down. 10th strikeout of the game for Matz. Now Austin Barnes pinch hitting in the pitcher spot with 2 down. That is going to be hit well to right field. Betts tracking it. He's got it. That is out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 8th. Still up by 6. Matt's at 100 pitches. I probably shouldn't leave him in. I do want him to try. He's got 70 stamina. His spot's leading off the inning. All right, we're not gonna mess around. We've got a full bullpen ready to go. We're gonna pinch hit with Wilmer Flores, and we're just gonna go half inning. Looks like we went down 1, 2, 3. So Familia on for the 9th. 3 outs away from sending us back to the championship series for the first time in 4 years. That is going to be a fly ball to right. Betts should be there, and he is. 1 man down. Now Jock Peterson up next. That's a ground ball. Rosario grabbing it. Throw to first. Not in time. Oh, no, it is in time. It looked like it wasn't, but it was. 2 down. Verdugo up next, 2-1 count. Fly ball left field. Conforto over, and he makes the play, and the New York Mets are moving on to the National League Championship Series. There you have it, a 3-1 series victory over the Dodgers, a huge upset. We beat the best team in baseball. The team that won the second wild card ends up defeating the best team, or the team with the best record, and I would say the best team this year, as we take down the Mets, or we take down the, not the Mets, we take down the Dodgers. We were plus 9 with the run differential that series, so definitely outplayed them. And I think we deserve to win. We got great pitching pretty much all around. The bullpen was spectacular. Syndergaard actually didn't even have that great of a start in his lone appearance in that series, but the bullpen was phenomenal. Bullpen only gave up 2 runs, I think, the entire series. The entire postseason now, too. It was just that one Betances run that we gave up, and then 1 run in Game 3, who I think, I'm not sure who gave it. It was Swarzak. He gave up that home run, I forgot, to Justin Turner. So yeah, that's a winning formula when your bullpen's only giving up 2 runs over probably like 20 innings by now. That it's going to be hard to lose games when your bullpen's pitching that well, and we got some good offense, especially from the bottom half of our lineup. Guys like Rosario really coming through. He struggled all year long, but I think it's paid off that we've stuck with him. Although he doesn't have an extra base hit this entire series, but that's okay. So anyway, that is going to do it. Hope you guys did enjoy, and we'll see you guys in the League Championship Series. Thanks for watching, and I'm out. Peace.